Hi, welcome back. I hope you were able to tackle the homework question. So let's get started and dive into it. We wanted to know, out of our conversions for campaign 1, what were the percentage of females for campaign 1. We have a pie chart here, which is not filtered, which has a total amount of conversions for male and female. We can find our answer in one way by creating a slicer, going up to the visualization, click slicer, choosing campaign, and filtering on campaign 1. And now we have the percent of females who converted for campaign 1. We can also create a pivot chart. So go to the visualization, choose pivot chart or matrix, click campaign, which is going to be our rows, total conversions as our value, and then for our columns, we can choose gender. Now, this value is not in a percentage, and we would have to take some time to calculate it if we wanted column 875 over 1618. However, if we go back to value and we click the down caret icon and we move our mouse down to show value as, and this is very similar to a pivot chart in Excel, we want the percent of row total because our campaign 1, 2, and 3 are rows. So now we can see we get the same answer for females in campaign 1. We'll explore this a little bit more in later tutorials, later videos. But now I want to talk more about how we do calculations in Power BI. And the first thing we're going to tackle is a calculated column. So let's take a look at our data by clicking the data icon, which is a table on the left side. We know that we have total conversions, and we can see those total conversions here. And we also have an approved conversion, so we're going to deal with this a little later. But let's look at total conversion, and then we have a sale amount. So our sale amount is the same because hypothetically in this data set we're selling the same item. So, but we don't have is the total sale amount, which would be the conversions times the sale amount. We can easily get that amount by multiplying these two. So let's go back over to your report by clicking the report icon. And let's create a new page by clicking the plus sign. And we're going to create a new calculated column. So there's a couple ways to create a column. If you go from the Home tab over to the far right, we can see New Column. We can also right-click our table on the right, and we can also create a new column from there. Let's create a new column from the Home ribbon by clicking New Column. It's going to open up a formula bar. And we can see from the formula bar that we have equals, very similar to what you would see in Excel. So first, let's name our new column. So we change that to our name. We're going to call it total sales. Now we can multiply the column that we want, which we know we want to multiply total conversions. So we can start typing T and let's see what happens. As you see, we can see our table in the column that we're interested in. And this is what we want to do, multiply these two columns. So let's use total conversion. And we can make the times symbol. And what do we want to multiply that by? The sale amount. So we know sale amount starts with an S. And if we just type the S, we can see that it brings up all the columns with that letter. So I'm going to double click sale amount. And now our formula is complete. So I'm going to click the commit icon, which is a check mark, and you will see this new column populated in your fields menu. And if you look at the different symbols, we know that we have an aggregation symbol here for our column, but because we know it's a number, we know we have this calendar, which represents the date. We know we have this for our hierarchy that we created. But let's take a look at this. It's a table with a highlighted column. This is the icon for a calculated column. So we would like to see that and see what our total sales were over time. So I'm going to create a visual using date as my axis and total sales as my value. We can see based on the theme that we have our values there. I'm going to go back by clicking the theme to the default theme, and I'm going to choose, instead of a bar chart, a line chart. And we can see our sales peaked in 2016, but I can also drill down into our hierarchy by expanding to a new level. And then we can see our sales per quarter, per month, and even per day. I'm going to expand this out a bit and go up one level. So there is our total sales from a calculated column. Now, of course, I would like this to be in dollars. I can click the calculated column from the fields menu and move back to our modeling tab at the top. Once I highlight that, I can change that to a currency format. I'm going to choose the symbol for United States dollar. And we can see in the tooltip our new total sales line chart. I would like to know, for your homework, which ad manager had the highest day total sales amount. See you in the next video.